Hello everyone, welcome to Sed Jin Sed Çîrok, influenced and inspired from good night stories for rebel girls, written by Elena, Favilli and Francesca Cavallo. Our goal with this project is to introduce you to the woman stories that will inspire, encourage you and helps you also to name your creativity. Today's guest has a love for writing, has curiosity for discovering with powerful questions, with a journalist spirit, and also has solidarity with underrepresented groups such as Kurdish, especially Kurdish movement and Rojava. Hélène is with us. Welcome, Hélène.
Hello, Diba.
I'm very glad to have you here today.
And I'm very glad to be here too.
It's very beautiful. The atmosphere you are in is really inspiring, colorful, calling for November. It's beautiful. I know that you choose a story from Rebel Girls, from Good Night Stories for Rebel Girls. Which one you choose?
I chose a story about Virginia Woolf.
About Virginia Woolf?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you please read it?
Yes, sure. Once upon a time, a little girl living in London created a newspaper about her family. Her name was Virginia. Virginia was witty, cultured, and very sensitive. Whenever something bad happened, she would feel incredibly sad for weeks. When she was happy, she was the happiest kid on earth. I lived in intensity, Virginia wrote in her diary. Virginia suffered from an illness known as depression. These mood swings affected her throughout her life. But whatever her mood, Virginia was always writing. She kept a diary, she wrote poems, she wrote novels, she wrote reviews. Writing was a way for her to see her own feelings more clearly, and by doing so, shed light on everyone's feeling. There was someone whom Virginia loved as much as writing, her husband, Leonard. Virginia and Leonard were incredibly happy together and loved each other dearly, but sometimes Virginia's depression made it hard for her to feel joy. At that time, there was no effective treatment for depression, and many people did not believe it was real. Today, depression can be treated, but whether you are happy or sad or somewhere in between, it is always a great idea to record your moods in a diary. You may become a writing genius like Virginia and help other people understand their feelings and live lives full of dreams.
Thank you very much for beautiful reading. And Hélène, what made you choose this story?
For me, when I looked at the books, it was clear from immediately that I wanted to read the story about Virginia Woolf, because reading her books when I was a teenager really changed my life, and I feel like I have a very deep and strong connection with her, and I admire her so much as a person and also as a writer, and her books really changed my life.
Mm-hmm. And in which way it changed your life?
It changed my life because what she writes is so powerful, and especially as a woman writing more than a century ago, I was very touched and impressed by how sincere and complex her writings was, and that sharing also her experience was sharing human experience in general, and that I could relate to her.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and you are also a writer, right?
Well, I don't know, I write, but I don't know if that makes me a writer.
What would be the point that you can tell yourself I'm a writer?
Wow, that's an interesting question.
I don't know you ask so many good questions.
I guess.
So in which point you would say, yes, I am a writer, because I know you're writing, I know you're taking notes, and now even also this is the power that you have, and I'm curious.
I would say that maybe I would consider myself and call myself a writer when I will be read, and when I will be ready to be read by someone else, even if it's not in an official publishing way, but sharing my writings would probably make me a writer.
Mm-hmm. So the moment that you share your writing with someone else will make you a writer.
Yeah.
And it is a recognition, right?
Yeah, and yeah, I think like maybe like the look of someone else would like kind of create me or legitimate me. I don't know. Maybe not. Yeah.
Maybe not. Okay. Yeah. And Hélène, can you tell a little bit about you?
Yeah. Well, I'm a 29 French girl living in Berlin right now and being very lost in a life. But I guess in a good way. And I question myself a lot, and the other too, as you know, because I asked like so many questions the first time we met. And I take care about the other, but I'm also wondering now how I should help in a like relevant way, and how I can make a change also in society. And I have been working for NGOs before and international development aid, but it raised a lot of like problematic questions for me, and now I'm trying new ways and maybe more activist ways.
And what do you get from the activist way? What it gives you?
I guess it gave some more something more direct also, and more equality also between the person like taking part in this.
And you like to support people and being in this.
Yeah, for me that's the in a way the most important thing. Yeah.
About writing, because whenever I ask about writing, your eyes are shining. What would be your next topic that you want to write about?
I want to write about revolution and then publish a bestseller that would create a worldwide revolution.
Wow.
That's a very modest project.
Can you tell us a little bit your utopia about revolution? What are you imagining?
No, but this was half of a joke, I would say. But yeah, no, I would like for me writing as other like artistic also medium can also create bridges and also like have like social impacts and political impacts, and I wish I could use writing for this. And also as a way to turn like personal perceptions and experience into something that can speak to everyone. And
wow, powerful. Who would be the first person that you would be sharing this writing with?
Wow, that's tricky, but I would say with my 3 sisters.
After they read, then you would call yourself writer.
Yes, maybe.
Oh, thank you very much, Hélène. I'm glad to have you here again, and I know that your writings are fitted by many questions and very holistic questions that you're asking around. I see and I hear and I experience you, and I am sure that they will come out soon. And I'm very, very willing to read it somehow.
Thank you, Diba, and thanks for this great project. I'm really glad that I came.
Thank you very much, Hélène, to be in our project Sed Jin Sed Çîrok.